What's up, y'all? It's Dr. Paul. Yet another mail call. Stock market officially in bear market territory. 20% sell-off in the S&P 500. We have 70% correction in crypto. That's in Bitcoin. You have some crypto that's actually sold off more than that. Of all asset classes being correlated means that comic books that are viewed by some as investments are also dropping in price. They're becoming more affordable as people need cash and they unload, and there are not the same number of buyers today as there were last year, and those buyers don't have as much don't have access to the same kind of capital, and so we're getting screaming deals. So I'm buying. I hope that you have cash on hand. I hope that you are cash rich at this time, that you were smart and you were selling during the big run-ups, and that you are now in a position to purchase books at these wonderful discounted prices, because we don't know when we'll see buying opportunities like this again, right? So this is a great time to buy. Again, I hope you have cash reserves. So what did I buy today? 2 books from one seller, fresh back from CBCS. By the looks of it, they listed a bunch at a low starting price. These were 2 that the seller indicated he or she thought were undergraded, that they were criminally low in terms of grades. These do not appear to have been pressed. I looked at the grader's notes. So they both look like they had potential opportunity for upgrades. And I purchased them well below fair market value. We're talking in the neighborhood of half of fair market value for these 2 books. So what do we have, and why do we care? Night Nurse number 1 from 1972. This is the series that was only 4 issues. It ran. It was written by Roy Thomas's wife, Jean, so part of the shtick was written by a female writer. And the night nurse is actually not a single individual. This is Linda Carter here, I believe, but there were actually 3 characters in this 4-issue arc, or I don't know that it was really arc because they weren't continued stories, the 4-issue series. There were 3 characters that were nurses on the night shift. One was Linda Carter here, and this is actually not her first appearance because she first appeared in books in the 60s, just more straight romance nurse books. Georgia Jenkins, who's here, and Christine Palmer, who's not shown on this cover. So Georgia Jenkins, I think, is sort of the template for Claire Temple, who is played by Rosario Dawson in Daredevil and all the Netflix series, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders. I believe is loosely based on all 3 of the characters, but obviously as a person of color, makes the most sense that she's Georgia Jenkins. Christine Palmer, not shown here, but does appear in this book, and this is her first appearance. It doesn't indicate it here. She gets an appearance in Doctor Strange, actually, and the sequel, Doctor Strange and the Multitude of Madness, right? So, Multiverse of Madness. So, important characters. I believe it's Linda, who later has a romantic relationship with Doctor Strange in the books. Not Christine, but maybe it's Christine in the books as well. I'm not sure. That actually comes much, much, much later in the 2000s, I believe. So This book is not a common book. There are only 383 of these in the CGC census. Fair market value on this is $400 to $450. I'll tell you what I paid for both these books together, but this having pressable defects and being a candidate for a crack and clean and press and resubmit, and the price that I got it at is I'm super happy with this book as a purchase. This book in some ways is even more important. So this is X-Men number 49. This is, you know, winding down the Silver Age. This is more Bronze Age transition. I would say this is probably firmly in the style of the Bronze Age, so spanning 2 ages here, but just a few years, 68 and 72. X-Men number 49 is, of course, the first appearance of Lorna Dane, who is, of course, Polaris. Polaris, who's later revealed to be the daughter of Magneto. So why do we care about this book? It also has this incredible Jim Steranko cover art. And it's just a classic X-Men book with, has very high collector demand. So this book, quite a few more in the CGC census, about 1,100 of these. But because it's such a more desirable book with people either collecting full runs of the X-Men or at least collecting first the first 66 issues before it starts to turn to reprints, or just collecting the Steranko issues or just the Silver Age issues. There's a lot of collector demand for this book. So fair market value for a 7.0 is $500. So between the two books, you're looking at a fair market value of about $900. And I paid half of that, including shipping and taxes and everything. So there are significant deals to be had in the marketplace right now with the market correction. And, you know, I think a lot of it has to do even more with crypto than with the stock market and other asset classes, because people who made a lot of money in crypto were basically trying to diversify, and they did not want to diversify into asset classes where they would see the taxes from their gains. So a lot of it was attempts to basically shelter their gains from the tax man. And one of the places that happened was high-end slabbed collectible blue chip comics. So that was part of, you know, crypto doubling over the period of 2000 to 2022 was part of what drove the run-up of comic books and other easily hidden and dense in value assets like Rolexes and other collectible watches, like slabbed magic cards and other collectibles, sports cards, those kinds of collectibles. If you made millions in crypto and you want to diversify, take some of your risk out of crypto, but you want to shelter that from taxable events, you want to put it into, you can't put it in your bank account, you can't put it into stock, so you want to put it into something like comic books. And that's part of what drove it up. So crypto getting absolutely just tore up with a 70% haircut on the most popular crypto, and many others just going almost to zero, really has been, I think, even more than the stock market, what is fueling a bit of a sell-off in comics right now. So take the opportunity, buy some great, I don't know that these are quite blue chips. These are like a step down from blue chips, but these are significant keys that are desirable books in mid-high level grade. Pick them up at half of what retail was just a few months ago, and enjoy them in your collection, or look to hold them and flip them when this market recovers. So, in summary, thrilled with these. Hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and enjoy the hunt. Go out. If you got some cash, you got some powder dry, go out, find some great deals, and as always, take care of one another.